we're going to be doing like the other half of the reformer, sort of reformer one that we do. And this half is mostly standing. I'm going to do a lot of standing because I'm going to transfer the lunges into standing lunges basically. And we're going to be doing a lot of planks, which are the, long stretch and stuff like that that we do on the reformer. So it's, of course, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's the basic principles of lunges and planks and elephant and arm work that we do in the reformer, change to the mat, okay? So we're going to start standing. All right, so I'm going to come somewhere where you guys can have me on screen. All right, so basically, let's get our feet in alignment with our sit bones. And then if you want to tuck your pelvis forward and back a little bit, just to get that neutral position. Pull the abdominals, lift them up, send the tailbone down, put this here, and then let's do our breathing. So just about 4 to 5 breaths here. So breathing into the ribs, back of ribs, breathing out. If you want to pull the pelvic floor, start with the arches of your feet, come up through the inner thigh, pelvic floor up, and then start breathing out. So try to start the breath out from the arches of your feet. Lift them and activate the whole midsection of the body. Keep breathing. In and out from the arches of the feet, through the inner thigh, pelvic floor lifts, hug that midline, all the way to the upper ribs. See if you feel the activation of the inner thigh starting at your arches. Last one. Good, let's start with the arms up and down. So breathing in, lifting the arms, breathing out. 3. 1 more. And down. Good. Let's add rotation. So breathe in, rotate to one side, breathe out, release the arm, breathe in, arms up all the way to the other side and down. Try to lengthen the whole body from here all the way to the tips of your fingers as you breathe in. Full breath out. Good. Come back to center and we're going to bring the arms back down. Good. And we're going to add already, actually let's add heel raises and then we're going to roll down. So spread your toes on the mat. Make sure the big toe and the pinky are really pressing in. Lift the arches of the feet. Keep the activation of the inner thigh. Connect here and we're going to go up and down. So breathing in to lift, breathing out nice and slow down. Good. Again. Through the arches of the feet, lengthen as tall as you can. Keep lengthening as you bring the heels down. We're doing 5, this is 3. Breathing in or out to lift you, whatever gives you more stability. Woo. Last one. 5, good. So before we go into the roll downs, let's go into the knee bends and the squats. I still have the sit bones width apart. Keep that neutral, so lift the abdominals, lengthen the tailbone down, and we're going to just bend the knees, maintaining that neutral spine, okay? And then squeeze your glutes and come back up. Breathe in. Take the knees straight forward in alignment with your second and third toes. So make sure that you're not collapsing the knees in the middle, okay? If you need to look at it, make sure you look at it. Still aligned with your sit bones. 2 more. Breathe in. And then squeeze the glutes to lift. Pull the thighs. Last one. All right, let's add that hip hinge. So knee bends. Good. Now from the hip right here, hinge or press the hips back. I'm aiming to the balls behind me, like I want to sit right on top of them. I'm maintaining my neutral as I do this. And then to come up, I press into my heel, I squeeze my glutes, I pull my thighs to straighten my body. So knee bend, hip hinge, keeping that neutral spine. Go lower each time without collapsing the low back. So keep activating those abdominals. Press into the heel, squeeze the glutes, pull the thighs. 3, breathe out. Breathe in. Keep your head in alignment with your spine. 4. So try to make it into full movement. 5. Good. Let's add arms. So arms come up only as high as you don't lose your low back. So you may keep the arms here, you may keep it here, you may take it up. It's going to challenge your core a little bit more. 3 more. Squeeze the glutes to lift you. Squeeze. Last one. And all the way up. Okay? So from here, I'm going to march legs up. I want you to keep one leg down, march the other leg up and down. So try not to lose balance. Press one leg, lengthen the body, lift one knee and down. Keep going, give me 6 more. Just warming up a little bit for the lunges we're going to do. Good. Nice, and finish it up. Good. All right, so let's add our roll downs and then we're gonna go into a bunch of lunges. So arms are gonna come to the ceiling. Tuck your tailbone a little bit, so scoop the abdominals and round your pelvis from here. Chin to chest, round the ribs, dive forward with your arms. You may also keep your arms here if you want. Keep scooping. So imagine this big fireball in front of you and you don't want to touch. My tailbone is reaching down as my abdominals scoop up. Feet are sit bones width. Breathe in, breathe out, bend the knees if you need to, scoop the abdominals and come back up. Arms are going to circle up. On the breath in, on the breath out, chin to chest, pull the ribs, scoop the abdominals. Keep reaching the tailbone between your heels and lifting the abdominals and the ribs to the ceiling. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Scoop the belly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Scoop more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Next breath out. We're going to roll up. So breathe in, bend the knees, scoop the abdominals, roll. We're going to stay down on the next one as well. So arms up to the ceiling. Scoop. Round, 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 round. Now we're going to add bending of the knees. On the breath out, you're going to bend. On the breath in, you're going to lengthen. If you cannot reach the ground, your legs here somewhere is fine. Hands on your thighs, bend and push. Hands on blocks are also fine. And we're doing 3 more. Breathe and breathe. Push. Breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen. Stay here and we're going to step back. I'm just going to come forward. So take one leg back. We're going to touch the knee down and we're going to straighten both legs. So again, breathe out. Breathe in. 5 of these. 4. Breathe in. Again, blocks here if you can't touch, or just hands on knees if this is enough for you. Hand on the wall also gives you balance. Hands on a chair. Okay, so I'm going to assume this is 5. I'm going to bend the front knee, bring the leg back and switch legs. This leg goes down into a lunge and we straighten, push and straighten both legs. Good. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. No stress on your arms, on your neck or your shoulders. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring the legs back. So bend the front knee, bring the other leg in, keep the knees bent, relax the head and shoulders, and scoop the abdominals to roll up. Roll your shoulders. And before we start going down, we're going to do some shooting stars, of course, because we're going to be doing quite a few planks. So arms in front of you, and let's go for 100. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20. 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 50. Faster. 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. 7. 8. 9. Last 10. 10. And relax your hands. Good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with knee stretches, okay? Which is basically sort of like those lunges that we do with one knee on the reformer and one leg out of the reformer, and we go up and down, yeah? Remember those? So I'm gonna do 3 variations of these on the ground. Stay strong, these are pretty strong. Now, for those of you that don't have balance, hand on the wall, hand on a chair, on a sofa, on a table, on a roller, whatever you can touch to keep you balanced. Also, blocks, once we stay down here, may be favorable for people who cannot go all the way down to the ground, okay? So, we're gonna roll down, breathe in, arms to ceiling, breathe out, come down. Same position we were at before. Hands on the ground, on blocks, on a chair, you choose. The first exercise, we're gonna keep the hands here, and you're gonna maintain the squat position. So abs tight, I'm gonna start with the leg closer to you. We're gonna step back with this leg 10 times. So we're gonna go back, pull the knee in, and try not to rest it unless you need to, okay? And let's go 2, down. Don't lose the alignment of your pelvis. So when the leg goes down, 3, try not to drop this hip. Keep it in alignment with the other one. 4, 5, do the breath that's comfortable for you. 6, watch your shoulder stability. 7, so the leg that's working, it's the one that's bent over here. Woo. 9, and 10. Bring the leg in, catch your breath, and we're gonna start with the other leg. Let's go 10. 9. Use your core to stay rounded. 7, 6, 5. So I'm going down and up a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I think I counted that long row, so 1 bonus. Bring it in, roll up. Just take a break. So the next set, the hands don't stay on the ground. They will stay on the thigh, okay? So we're gonna roll down and bring the hand through to the thigh. So breathe in, breathe out, roll down. Bring your hands to the floor first. We're gonna lunge back. Bend the knee, roll up, and bring your hand to your knee on top of the thigh. And here, you're gonna go down and pull. This requires balance. 2, 3. So if you're okay not holding on to something, your hand can be here. 4, 5. If you can tap your knee down, great. 6, 7. Notice I'm not coming all the way up. 9. And my back is in neutral. 10. Bring the leg down, hands down, roll up. Good. We're going to go to the other leg. So breathe in, arms to ceiling. Breathe out, roll down. Take the other leg back. Bring the knee down, roll up, hand on thigh, or you can already start with the hands here or on the wall. And let's go 1. I have more balance here. 2. This is my bad side. 3, 4, 5. Keep your hips level, okay? 6. Don't lose the stability of that leg that's going down. 8, 9. Keep squeezing the glute of the leg that's on the floor. 10. Bring the leg down, roll down, bring up. We're rolling up slowly, roll the shoulders. All right, 1 more set to each side. So now we're coming all the way up, okay? I'm also starting with this leg. So I'm staying here, hands on the waist, whatever you want. We're gonna go down, push, straighten the standing leg and bring the knee up. If you can, just bring the knee to here, but try to straighten the leg, okay? So our hands here, hands together, praying that you can finish whatever you want, okay? Let's go. So I'm going to keep my hands in front of you, and 10. And straighten the standing leg, keep the knee, bring the knee up. 2, 3, Now look at your lose balance. 5. Find a point that you can maintain balance. 6. Keep that back in neutral. If you need to lean forward a little bit, just make sure you maintain the same angle throughout. Pelvis back and neck. I don't know, 9. Or straight back here. 10. And release. Other leg. So when you lunge back, you have the option of keeping neutral straight back, which is a bit harder, or you may lean forward a little bit, which is a little bit more controllable. Just make sure you maintain that neutral spine that we found in the warm-up, okay? So it's not this stuff over here. Other leg, ready? Let's go. 10. And up. 2. And up. Keep your hips in. 3, don't collapse to the side. 4, core super working. 5, 6, 7, push. This leg is working really hard to lift you. 8, all the way up. 9, squeeze the glutes to lift you. And 10. All the way up, all the way down. Arms to ceiling, breathe in. Let's roll down. Good. Stay down here, and we're going to step back into a lunge. So one leg is going to go back, then the other. Good. And we're going to stay in this position. We're going to do double knee stretch. So form a plank position. You're going to bend the knees. Take your butt towards your heel, pushing through the arms, squeeze, come back. If you're on your knees, you can just reach back, reach forward as far as you can hold that plank, squeezing the glutes. Okay, this is the knee. So let's go, let's try for 10. So bend the knees, keep it close to the ground, take your glutes to your heels, squeeze your glutes, come forward. 2, breathe out. Nice long line. 3, round that pelvis a little bit when you go back. Squeeze the glutes. 5, nice long line. 6, round the pelvis, reach your tailbone to your heels. 4 more. Keep pushing into the ground, shoulders wide, scapulas rounded, round and push. And pull. Knees down, toes together, round, push, and stretch. Give me 3 breaths down here. Woo! Are we warm? We just started, I'm sweating. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing, but now we're gonna try to stay more rounded throughout the exercise. So this is like a round back. So from a knee position, I'm going to round my back, like I'm doing a cat-cow here, right? Shoulder down, round. Pull the knees up, try to stay rounded, go to knees, go forward. Don't lose the roundness. So if you feel you can stay rounded and go a little further, just spread it out. Round forward. So I'm still pushing my scapular ribs up and tucking my tailbone. I round to go back. I round forward, anywhere from 6 to 8. Stay rounded. Round to the ceiling, ceiling and forward. Round to the ceiling and back. Round. So I'm really, really scooping my belly button and my ribs. And round. And round. Keep your shoulders wide. So when you're rounding, you're not bringing your shoulders to the ears. I'm going to do my last one. Good. Knees down, toes together. Stretch. If your wrists hurt, palms to ceiling and curl your hands in. Okay, you can also just rotate around. Alright, so while we're rotating the wrists, let's sit up. We're going to do elephant. Elephant in Pilates world is similar to a down dog. So we're going to be doing elephant with a flat back, elephant with a round back, and then walking elephant. I'm going to show different variations of how we can adapt them to the mat, okay? So go back into your plank so we can go down into our down dog or elephant. So fingers spread, toes in. If you want to stay on your knees, you're going to do things from the knees to plank or knees to down dog instead of what we're going to do, okay? So shoulders down, come up into your plank and scoop your abdominals to push your pelvis to the ceiling. Now keep your knees bent for now. Really press through your arms, scoop the belly and find the longest spine you can find. Rotate your armpits to you, so the outer shoulder is coming in towards the chest from the outside of the body. Okay, so your weight is to your pinky, rotate the arms, so all your weight is on the pinky, then put the whole hand down. Now, if you can straighten the legs, great. If not, it's okay, keep it back. From here, we're gonna lift the heels, try not to change the position of the spine. Drop the heels down and up for 10. Okay, so as you lift the heels, don't shift forward. Lift the pelvis to the ceiling and then drop the heels, get a stretch on the back of the leg. And lift, pelvis goes up, body doesn't go forward and down. Keep pushing yourself, spine and glutes to the ceiling. 4. As you lift the heels, you lift the pelvis. 6. Breathe in. Breathe out. 7. Good. Keep pushing yourself away from the floor. 8. Keep rotating the shoulders so the armpits are rotated inwards. And 10. Okay? So you can lift the heels, bend the knees slowly, bring it to the ground, stretch back. Rotate your wrists if you need to, or just stretch in that child pose if you want to. We're going back up. We're doing the round back version. And basically what we're going to do is round the back and walk the feet forward and back. Staying rounded. So we're going to be scooping much more through the abdominals instead of pushing and lengthening. Let's get into that plank again. Okay? Now, I want you to walk your feet forward a little bit and round your whole body into a down dog. But really round. Round the ribs, look at your pelvis, push the ribs to the ceiling, tuck your tailbone. I want you to walk your feet forward, and as you walk, you need to round more, round more, round more, stay rounded, walk back. Maybe 4 steps. Stay rounded. If you keep going and you're gonna lose the roundness, then don't. Walk forward, round more. Push into the ground, lift the ribs, lift the abdominals, tuck the tailbone, stay rounded, and round back. So let's try to do about 6 walks. Okay, 3 forward, 3 back, or 8, 4 forward, 4 back. Stay rounded. I'm looking at my pelvis. Okay, as rounded as I can be. Keep looking at the pelvis, shoulders wide, lift the abdominals, lift the ribs. Round. You round it much more as you come forward. Okay, your hands can go up on something higher, so you don't have to have the flexibility to be down here. Bend the knees if you need to, it's fine. I'm going to do one more set. Round, scoop, 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 scoop. All the way back. Good. Knees down and stretch back. Rotate your wrists. Last one. So the walking one is a beautiful stretch for your calves. We're going to come back up and down dog, and we're going to bend one knee and straighten the other, dropping and lifting heels, okay? Up to you how many you want to do. If you need to put your elbows up on something, go ahead and do them. If you need to do it on a wall, you can just do it standing. So, come up into your plank first. Okay, and let's lift that pelvis, get that straight line again. So press into the outer arm, rotate armpits in, push, 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 so you're nice long line, no chest pressing in, and let's bend one knee and push the other heel down. and switch. 2, we're going to 10, 3, 4, keep pushing your arms, keep rotating the shoulders and spreading them wide. 4, 5, 6, if you're really flexible, take your feet further away from you. 8, 9, 10, I think that's 10, let's do 2 more. And in, good, reach, stretch, now you can press your chest forward, knees down, and last stretch, around, round, round, reach the arms, bring the arms forward if you need more chest, and now press the chest forward if you need to, open up, breathe into your back of shoulders, and roll up. Okay, we're gonna stay off the arms, yay, and we're gonna do bridges to give the arms a break so we can go back to it. So, swing your legs around, bend your knees, feet on the ground, and we're gonna roll down into a bridge. Pick your roll down, you can do it here, you can do it holding the legs. Round the pelvis, nice and slow, using your abdominals. Bring the hands to the ground, and we stay here. Okay, so I'm gonna come closer to you. Okay, so we're going to do similar exercise as the bridging that we push and pull, keeping the pelvis up, except that we're gonna walk the heels forward and back as far forward as you can maintain the stability of the pelvis. First, let's just bridge and get the activation of the back of the body. So, heels alignment with sit bones. Let's press the heels into the ground. Squeeze the glutes as much as you can and just lift it a little bit off the ground until you feel it working. Lengthen the pelvis, shoulders down, scapulas, arms, everything on the ground. The longest neck all the way through the spine to tailbone you can find. Bring the pelvis down again. Press the heels into the ground, lift the pelvis. Now glide the heels towards your pelvis and feel the activation of the hamstring and glutes and bring it back down. Again, press, squeeze, lift a little higher. As you lift, pull the heels up towards the pelvis, feel the back of the leg and glutes activate. Keep doing that as you lift the pelvis, chest and ribs down, scapulas and arms down. Never lifting through the spine, only from the glutes, back of leg. And bring it straight down again. Let's go for 10. 1, and down. 2, keep this pressing down, just work through the glutes. 3, press the heel. 4, now hold the second, pull the heels in. 5, press the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift, pull the heel to the pelvis and down. 6, 7, I'm not counting well today. 8, pull. 9, press, squeeze, lift, pull the heel. 10, press, squeeze, lift, hold. Now, maintaining this position, you're gonna lift your toes and be on your heels. And I want you to walk your heels forward, maintaining the pelvis up here. Connect the hips and the ribs, and only go as far as you don't lose this stability. This is it for me, and then we come back again to starting position, and you're gonna go forward and back 6 sets. Okay, so 6 times, 6 to 8. Let's go. Walk. Only as far as you can maintain this stability, which is really hard the further forward you go. Don't drop the pelvis. And walk, walk, walk. We're taking about 4 to 6 steps. 3. Keep that pelvis as high as you can when you walk forward. Pull those heels back in. Lift the pelvis again, squeezing the glutes. 4. Pull. Lift the highest you can. Adjust, tuck, maybe connect the ribs. 5. Don't lose this. If you feel anything on your low back, then you are not holding the abdominals enough. 6. Use your arms on the ground to give you stability. Lift. 2 more. 7. Last one, 8. Good, hold it here. Feet back on the ground. Breathe in, lengthen. Let's roll down. One bone at a time, one bone at a time, one bone at a time. Roll back up, let's just release the spine a bit. Scoop and roll. Lengthen and down. We're gonna go back up and we're doing single legs. So scoop, let's roll up first. Good, and we're gonna take one leg to the ceiling. So I'm gonna keep this leg here and my other leg goes to the ceiling. It can be bent. And here, we're gonna go down and up with the leg that stays up. So we're gonna go down and up. Don't lose the stability and the alignment of the pelvis. So if you can't go low enough without losing that side of the pelvis, don't. Let's go. 2, 3. We did 8 walking, so we can do 8 of this. 4, 5. If your knees bent, we're here. 6. Keep lifting the hip of the leg that's going up and down. 7 and 8. Good. Switch. Bring this to the ground. Lift the other one. Lengthen. Lift the hip of the leg we're working. Go 1. Keep lifting this hip. 2. Abs. 3. Ribs are connecting to hips. 4. 5. Keep your scapulas pressing on the ground. 6. Shoulders down. Lengthen the neck with the spine. And 8. Lift, drop, align, lengthen, roll down. Good. Cross the leg and stretch. Do 3 breaths and then switch legs. We're going to go back into our planks and switch legs. Okay, so we're coming back into plank. You guys can just rotate to your sides here. Okay, knees down. And we're going to be doing our long stretch series. First one is flat back, then we're going to go round back, and then we're going to do one with extension. So do what you can. I'm going to try to do about 6 of each. Do as many as you can. So we start on a full plank position. I'm going to move back so I can fit on the screen. Okay? Now, for those of you who wants to do on the knees, that's fine. You're just going to shift forward and back with the knees down here. Okay? Otherwise, for those doing a full plank, let's lift up. Inner thighs together. If you need more balance, separate. Press up. Shoulders down. Round the scapulas around the ribs. Lengthen the neck. And what we're going to do is reach the heels back. So you're actually shifting your whole body back. Then go into the toes, as if you're lifting the heels, you're shifting the whole body forward. There's a lot of pressure on your wrist here, so be very careful. You are more than welcome to do these 6 on your elbow. Shift and shift. So you're working from your feet. Heels up, going to your toes, shift forward and back. Okay? When you're done with your 6, just stretch back. Please feel free to go up to 8. We have 2 more sets. Okay? This is like 10. Which is totally fine. Why not? If you can do it, do it. Knees down, stretch back. 3 breaths here. The next one we're going to do is round back, which is very similar to the round back that we did with our double knee stretch. So you're going to come back up. Again, elbows, knees, everything that you need is doable here. So back to this, let's round. So press into your arms, reach your ribs to the ceiling, reach your abdominals to the ceiling, and do the biggest C shape you can. And it's the same thing, except that when you come forward, I want you to shift your whole rib cage forward, and then when you go back, keep it. So shift the whole rib cage, lift your abdominals, lift the ribs, and reach it forward. I'm looking down at my toes. And then I keep it back.
3, shoulders nice and wide. So I'm rounding forward as if there's a wall in front of me and I need to curl my whole body because I cannot continue going forward. 4, so I can't go forward, I just round, 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 and then I go back. 5, shoulders wide. 6, 7, round. 8, round, round, round. Look, I'm almost looking at my belly button. 9. So instead of shifting forward, I'm rounding. 10, and stretch back. Whew. It's a lot of work, but it feels really good on the back. All right, so the next one, which is with extension, is a little bit more tricky, okay? You can do it on your knees to where you're gonna squeeze your glute, try to go into a baby swan here, lifting the chest and back. You're welcome to do it as a cat and back to neutral, or cow, I never know which one it is. Okay? For those of you who want a bigger challenge, be very careful with your low back. Plank, abs tight. So it's almost like going up into an up dog. So shoulder down, squeeze your glutes, abs tight, lift the chest. Okay, and come back into a plank. Breathe out, scoop the abdominals, squeeze your glutes, inner thighs together, shift forward and up, and plank. And pull the shoulders and scapulas down, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, only the upper body. Don't collapse the lower body to do this. And back, so just from the waist up. 4, just the chest, scapulas down, chest up, scapulas down, chest up. Last 2. Scapulas down, abs tight, glutes tight, just the chest glides forward. Last 1, abs tight, scapulas down, chest forward, knee down, round and push. Breathe into your back. Roll the wrists. Okay, so we're putting together elephant, long stretch into an up stretch, okay, as best as we can. So it's almost like a plank and pike, okay, wrists are okay. All right, so let's go back into our planks. After this, we get off planks, okay? So back into your planks here. Legs go back. I'm gonna do the full version and I'll give you the variation. You're going to start by shifting forward. From the forward, you're gonna go up into a down dog. Okay? Heels come down if you want to, and then you're gonna come into a plank, shift forward, push, scoop the abdominals, heels down, down dog, and into a plank, shift forward, pelvis up, drop the heels and down dog. If you're on your knees, shift forward, lift the knees if you want to, press back, knees down, shift forward, knees up, push, okay? All these are variations. You can also go from knee to pike, knee to down dog, okay? So if you're still going at it, let's try to reverse this. So from a plank, go to down dog, round your pelvis and spine, come forward and plank. Push back into down dog. Round yourself forward over the wrists, beyond the wrists, shift into a plank, push the pelvis back, open the shoulders and lengthen. Round, stack your pelvis round, 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 all the way forward, as far as it doesn't bother your wrists. Shift into the full plank and keep shifting back into your down dog. 2 more. Round, lengthen forward, shift back, heels go down first and keep pushing into your down dog. Last 1 round. Shift into your plank, drop the heels down and let the heels guide you into that down dog. Push, bonus, round, shoulders wide, stay rounded, shift back, drop the heels, keep pushing yourself up into that down dog. Now, if you want to, chest can come forward. No, you can really open up that chest. Knees down and stretch. Plank held and rotate your wrists. Okay, so from here we're gonna grab our little weights, our bottles of whatever you guys found at home, okay? And we're going to go ahead and do our seated arm work here. So, I have these 1 little kilos. You can have more, you can have less, you can have none, it's all fine. Okay, so we're gonna go back into our arms. So let's stretch our wrists a little bit here. I'm sure that your wrists are shut, or your elbows if you're on your elbows a lot. Okay, so it's similar to the arm work we did on the other class, but there are different exercises, and I'm gonna do 3 different levels of the same movement, so we get 3 different angles of the muscles, okay? So we're gonna start with the sitting one first. You're gonna bend your knees. I'm gonna move back a little bit. Good, we're gonna sit up tall. My inner thighs are glued together, and we're gonna start with rowing. Okay, so I'm gonna go into a low row or medium row here, chest level. Okay, so let's start with the arms forward, shoulders wide. I'm gripping my weights. You can keep your fingers straight. And let's go. Shoulders down, squeeze your scapulas, glide the elbows back, opening up the chest, and push forward. And go 2. Make sure you're moving from the scapulas. 3. And forward. 4, if you need to sit on something tall, you can. If you'd like to cross your legs on this one, you can. 6, pull those scapulas to initiate the movement. We finished 10 of these. Now we're gonna go halfway down. We're gonna work the abdominals with these. So arms forward, roll down. Find a position you can hold in without arching. Arms go slightly up, so it's staying almost at the same angle as the level of the shoulder. So if I'm here, it's at the same angle, I'm just rolling down, keeping it, and we're gonna pull from here. This is hard, so be careful with your back. Go 6 to 10, 2, 3, 4, breathe out so you can keep your abdominals working. 5, reach up. 6, reach up. 7, scoop those abdominals, inner thighs together. 8, 9, 10, arms here, roll down all the way. So now we're gonna do it at this angle. Bring your knees up to the ceiling, feet closer to your pelvis, and we're going straight down and up. Try to pull the scapulas back without popping the ribs much, and push up. This is chest. Pull the scapulas to bend the elbows down, and push. So 90-degree angles down, I don't know if you can see it, and push. 4, pull the scapula, push, chest. 5, pull the scapulas, feel the squeeze between the scapulas, feel the chest lift. 6, 7, shoulders are wide as your elbows. 8, I'm at about chest level here. 9, this is super light, but it's okay. 10, let's roll up. All the way to seated. Good. So from here, we're going to do single arm rows. Arm here, we're gonna pull one arm, keep the other one, and forward. 2, pull. Again, pulling with the scapulas. 3, pull and forward. 4, just one arm. 5, keep reaching the other arm. 6, 7, so my elbows at about chest level here as well. 8, so keep working that shoulder to keep the elbow up. 9, 10. Good, relax down. Let's roll to a position that's comfortable for you. So round, round, pelvis, 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 pelvis. Reach the arm higher up at whatever level you can hold and pull it down to below chest level and up. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. Keep pulling the abdominals. 6. Really work that core. 7. 8, pull with the scapula, push. 9, pull with the scapula, push. 10, roll down all the way. Same thing, breathe in, 1, and push. 2, and push. 3, 4, keep pushing on to the ceiling. 5, 6, this is our break. 7, push higher. 8, make sure your chest is working when you're pushing. 9, 10, stay here, and let's roll up. Scoop. Remember, you can always hold on your thigh. Come up, come up, come up. Relax the arm, roll the shoulders. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is serve a tray. So serve a tray is here. We're gonna have the palms to the ceiling. You're gonna reach the arm forward, open to the side, working the back of the shoulder. Squeeze your chest muscles to bring it back, control it back in. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 sets of these. Let's go. Breathe in to reach, my back is straight. Breathe out, squeeze the back of the shoulders to open the arm. Pull with the chest forward and bend the elbows back in. 2. 3. Sit up tall. Your core is working, meaning abdominals and back muscles. 4. Keep lengthening. 5. Keep reaching the arms. 6. Okay, palm stays to ceiling. Good. Let's roll down and zip inner thigh, round the pelvis, round, scoop. Find the work of the abdominal you want. And let's reach up. Open from here. Don't go too far. Pull it back in and back in. 2. And in. 3. Only as far as you don't arch the back. 4. Open here, scoop, scoop, scoop. Ooh, that's a nice challenge. 5. Good. And 6. Roll down. Now, palms face each other here. Bring the elbows to the mat. We're gonna push up. Open the arms to the side. Keep the elbows bent, elbows facing the ground. Press, squeezing the chest. Bring the elbows back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't let the ribs pop when you go out to the side. Breathe out to squeeze the chest to bring the arms up and then bring it down. 2. And in. 3. 4. 5. 6. Keep it up here and let's roll up. Scoop, round, 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 round. Straighten and down. Beautiful. So hug a tree. So now let's just open and close, okay? It's gonna be here. Open, close. My elbows are bent. My elbows are reaching to the ceiling. And my dumbbells are facing each other here. So make sure you're always hugging a tree and keep your elbows up as much as you can so you really work the shoulders. This one's gonna be a killer, okay? So here we go, inner thighs together, sitting up tall, hugging that tree. Elbow up, shoulders working. Keep those elbows up and wide, and let's open and close. 1. 2, always lifting that elbow, hands are at chest level. 3. Lengthen that spine. 4. Elbows up. 5. And 6. Stay there and do more if you can. Otherwise, we're going to roll down. Arms slightly up to the ceiling. Let's do it here. Breathe out to open so you can scoop. 2. So it's at chest level. 3. Just a little bit more angle. 4. 5, upper chest level. 6, I think we can do more. Let's go. 2 more. 7, because I'm talking. 8, good. We're gonna do 10 at the bottom. Roll all the way down. arms to seated, bring your heels closer to you, elbows out to the side, keep it bent, and let's go. Only drop the arms as far as your ribs are not popping. Let's go. 10, 9, squeeze your chest all the time. 7, you're hugging a big tree. 5, keep your elbows wide with the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your hands here, straighten them out, roll up. Scoop, scoop, slowly, 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 round, round. And sit up tall, release the arms. I hope you're feeling a lot of shoulders here. It's hard to feel a lot of other things since it's not very heavy weights. Okay, so last one we're going to do is salute. So we're going to do these. I'm going to cross my legs on this one. I have the weights here. I have my fingers touching each other. I'm going to lean forward. My shoulders are wide. I'm going to bring the weights. You can bring it to the top of your head if you're not very flexible on the shoulder. If you are, you can take it to the back of the head, bending the elbows and then reaching the arms straight up. Okay, so let's try to do 10 of these. I'm leaning forward a little bit. I'm tucking my chin and I'm lengthening the spine and the neck. So here we go, shaping. 1, 2, when you straighten the arms, it's catching over here. 3, your shoulders can go up a little bit, it's okay. 4, 5, 6, nice wide shoulders. 8, 9, and 10. Relax here. Good job. Roll the shoulders. And let's do one more set of that, and then we're going to go up to standing. So bring the arms up, and let's go. Fingers pointing towards each other, lean forward, bend the elbows, and go. 1, squeeze the back of the arms. 2, squeeze. 3, reach long. 4, the spine follows. 5, wide shoulders. 7, 8, 9, and 10. This thing is grabbing my hair. And release. I don't know about you, but I felt those. Stretch the arms here, shoulders down, stretch across. So the next thing we're going to do is lunge, standing, Again, we don't have the carriage to push and pull, but we'll try our best to do it just in a standing position. If you have weights with you, you can hold the weights on your hands, just for support, just for extra weight. Otherwise, we're gonna come up, and I'm gonna start stepping, I'll start stepping to your right, so I'm just gonna go to the side of the camera here. I'm gonna keep this leg stable, I'm gonna step out to the side, and I'm gonna pull myself back in. Most important is we need to find a nice neutral position. So make sure that you're not pushing butt back behind you and dropping the ribs forward. So let's start. Scooping the abdominals, bend the knees if you feel you need to. Lengthen the tailbone and really connect the ribs down to the pelvis. Feel the abdominals really working in the front and the tailbone reaching in the back. Keep this leg stable without losing the stability. Step to the side as wide as you want. Now, the inner thigh of this leg has to pull you all the way back in. You may touch the floor or stay without touching. 2, 3, pull. 4, don't lose. If you move the pelvis and the back a little bit, you're going to lose a lot of things. 5, you're going to lose the work here. Pull from here. 6, step wide. 7, without your butt popping. 8, pull. 9, pull. 10, pull. 10 more. Go. 1, pull. 2, 3. I'm not stepping wide enough. 4. Oh, I really need to pull when I step. 5, pull. 6. I'm not resting my leg, but you can. 7, pull. 8, squeeze. I'm going to show you sideways. 9, 10. So I'm not doing this to pull. If I do this to pull back in, no work. Other side. So I'm going to step to this. Sorry. Let's open.
and we're gonna pick flowers. So we're gonna open the arms to the side, open as wide as you can, pushing with the outer hip, scoop, arms to side. You're gonna flat your back, come down with a flat back. When you get down to the floor, you're gonna scoop your abdominals, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes to come back up, picking the flowers, lifting them out to the side. Okay, so if you can't go all the way down, bend the knees a little bit and just go to here. Okay, here and roll up this way. That's fine. Otherwise, we're here, side view, reach, reach, reach. Keep lengthening the spine. When you reach down, scoop the abdominals, squeeze your glutes to lift your back of the leg, pull the flowers, offer it to the ceiling, open the arms, and down we go. 2, scoop. So you really need to use, try not to shift your butt back, push your glutes forward when you come up, lift the flowers, up, out, reach, forward. Try not to push your glutes back, your pelvis. And here, when you scoop the abdominals, shift the pelvis forward, 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 lift. Good. So we're doing 6. I'm going to assume we have 2 more. Go forward, forward. Instead of shifting back, forward, forward, scoop. Press the pelvis forward. Pull the flowers up to the ceiling. Look. Open. Last one. Shift. Out. Pelvis forward, 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 up and out. Pull it in. Okay? Now, other side, opening 20 to that direction. So scoop the abdominals and let's go. Open, pull and close. Both legs are straight. 2, lift. 3, so if you bend the knee to push, lost it. 4, so let me show you sideways. Push. 5. Okay, so nothing is moving, my knees are not bending. 7. 8. 9, use this inner thigh to pull you in. 10, pull. 1, 2, lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wider, 8, I cheated, 9, and 10. Stay here, open, arms to side, go as wide as you can maintain that neutral. So lift the abdominals, tailbone right here between my arches of the feet, rotate. Breathe in, rotate. Keep pushing through the outer thigh. Push the legs out to the pinkies, to your pinky toes. Lift the arch of the foot. Breathe out. And in. Keep scooping the abdominals, lengthening that spine. 2 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good. And bend your knees and bring your feet in. I don't know about you, but I really felt those. Okay, so last 2 exercises are more stretching. We're going to do lunge stretch with the Eve's lunge, that's a variation. So back to the ground, let's get a stretch going. One knee bent, the other knee back, okay? First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck your tailbone, round the pelvis, and as you keep tucking the tailbone, you're gonna bring this hip forward. Notice that I didn't collapse my back to bring it forward. So you have to round that pelvis, bring your tailbone between the legs, and just doing that, you're gonna feel the opening of the front of the hip. Breathe in here. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck, and maybe push the hip forward. Notice I barely move. Breathe in. Lengthen, breathe out, tuck and push. Come down here. Okay, so let's move a little bit. Now you're gonna reach back, stretch the front of the leg, flex the foot if you want, sit on your back heel if you want, and then come forward. Round the pelvis and push.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it here. 3 breaths. Stretch more. If you're over here, that's fine too. Just stretching down. Flex the foot here. Get more of a stretch on the back of the leg. And forward. Now on this position, you're going to tuck. Bring the arms to the ceiling. First thing you're going to do is reach up. Reach up. Reach up until you feel really that stretch. Keep tucking the table and reach. Now keep reaching and open the chest to the ceiling. Look up and try to glide your hands back without arching the low back because it's rounding for the pelvis. You're just lifting through that chest. 3 breaths. Lengthen more and then glide it back. Don't lose the pelvis up. Bring your hands down and stretch here. Release. Very good. And let's switch legs. Bring this leg back, other leg forward, and let's hold here for 4 to 5 breaths. Tuck that pelvis and shift the hip forward. Breathe out, tuck, open, open, open that hip, and then shift it forward only if it's willing to move with the pelvis tucked. Tail ball. Give me 2 or 3 more breaths. Keep opening up that opposite hip. Good. Now let's add movement. So you're going to shift back, stretch, shift forward, tuck, open hip. Shift back. Now remember you can go all the way back if you want to sit on your heels. And then all the way forward, tuck and reach. And 3. Or breathe out here. 4, breathe in. And out. 5, this is fine too. And here. And 6. And tuck. Stay here. Keep tucking that pelvis, round, round, round. Arms to ceiling, reach. Reach, reach, and feel that stretch on the whole side that's open. And now, lift the chest and reach back, arching just a little bit that upper back. 3 breaths here, reaching in, lift, reach, breathe out a little bit back. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, just a little bit back. Keep tucking that pelvis, otherwise you're gonna lose the stretch. Oh, last one. Come all the way down. And release. Good. You're going to sit facing me. Last thing we're going to do is the mermaid. So we're going to bend both knees to one side. Okay, the top leg goes on the arch of the bottom leg. We have both legs to the side. And your hand is out here holding on this outer hip. Okay, lengthen the spine. We're going to start with the arm to the ceiling and we're going to do a lateral stretch here. Try to really pull the ribs in and tuck your pelvis a little bit, not to round the back, just to stack it. Breathe in, breathe out, drop, pull with this arm, reach up and then over. One more breath. Lengthen on the breath in, breathe out, reach. Bring the arm down, this arm to ceiling. And this elbow can come down and you can stretch all the way to the other side. Keep this waist reaching to the ground as you go over. 3 breaths. Press into the elbow, lift the rib, and then reach the arm. Press into the elbow on a breath in. Lift the rib and then good. And press back up and go. Hold the leg, reach up, shift and stretch. Good, now round your back and reach at a diagonal, reach. So I'm reaching my rib back and my arm across the other side of the room. Breathe into your back. Breathe in, come to the side, breathe out here,
And again, elbow can come down. Push into your elbow to shift the rib that way, and then come up and over. Push into the elbow to shift the rib that way, and now bring your arms to the ground, both of them. You can straighten them, keep the legs as they are, round your pelvis and your back, and push away. Breathe into the back, breathe out, shoulders wide, round the back, and push your back to the wall behind you. One more. Come back to the side, back here, let's switch legs. Legs come forward, all the way to the other side. Top leg sits on the arch of the bottom leg. This hand here, connect here, so lengthen into one line. Breathe in, breathe out, side. 3 breaths. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, pull, go over. One more. Go over. And arm to floor, lengthen. Elbow down if you can. Push your rib away and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Lengthen, breathe out, push and reach more. Last breath. And come back up. Hold on again. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out. 2 more breaths. And shift. This feels amazing. Breathe out, round, 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 round. Reach across the room. Breathe into your back. Breathe out, scoop. Even if you need to hold on. Ribs back, arm forward. Breathe into the back. Breathe out, scoop. Ribs back, arm forward. One more. Come back up. Arm comes down. Breathe in. Breathe out, push. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach on the breath in. On the next breath out, elbows come down. And straighten your arms. Pushing your ribs back. Breathe into your back. Keep your shoulders wide. Breathe out, push. Open up the back with your breath and then round with the breath out. One more. Shoulders can have to stay as wide as possible. Relax the neck. Come to the side. Come forward and bring your legs forward. Cross. Roll the shoulders back. All right, we are done. That was intense. Great job for you guys that held on. Please stretch your arms. Okay, we did a lot of planks. Let's just finish off with the hands on the back, clasp, shoulders down, squeeze your scapulas, raise the arm up and back, chest up. 3 breaths to the chest. Reach the arm back, back and up, chest forward. Breathe into the chest, expand. And release. All right. Have a wonderful night. Great job for those of you that stuck around. Good job.
Excellent.